Hey there everybody, I'm just gonna let you know what this video is, so you may want to skip to the next one. I am recording this audio segment after I put the video together. Essentially, it took me a long time to get this set up and functioning, so I pretty much just told some stories, recounted the history of Tron, talked about some arcade stuff, some other nonsense about censorship and Stellar Blade and other things going on in the game industry. So if you don't care about any of that, I mean, you can check the timestamps and skip forward. I did play the tutorial section of this and explain that I'm not going to be doing as much narration and stuff on this series, and I'm probably going to cut the webcam out. So you may not want to watch this. Check the timestamps to skip around. Don't let this long video be, form your first impression of what this series is going to be. We're actually going to launch the first episode shortly. And that's why this is called episode 0, the Prelude. So, or I might call it the prequel. I haven't decided yet. I haven't gotten the thumbnail made. Just putting it out there. So here's where the video starts. And I will see you guys. Well, if you're still here, I'll see you in just a minute when I come on screen. Oh, I was hoping you would pick Tron. The handful of you that voted, I was hoping you would pick Tron. I actually had a bunch of other games I wanted to put on there, but I only let you put 4. Dark Void was one of them. I'm gonna play all this stuff, but so I'm just gonna do an introduction to this Tron series, and then I'm not gonna be my normal long intro wordy self in the other videos, because this series isn't really going to need a lot of narration, and I mean, it's not gonna be that type of intense tournament type gameplay. So yeah, Tron. All right, so let me give you Tron real quick, and then if you don't want to hear the intro, skip ahead. There's timestamps. Tron, the original Tron, starring Jeff Bridges, was the first movie that I ever saw in a drive-thru. If you don't know what a drive-thru is, it's a place we used to go park our cars and watch movies. You had a little each car slot had a little I don't know what it was, like a speaker, I guess, and you took it off the stand and you clipped it on your window, and it had a clip, and it would roll inside your window, and the speaker would be inside your car, and you could roll your window up, and so that's how you heard the movie. Now there's a blissful, wonderful ignorance of youth, and I know maybe youth these days aren't as blissful and ignorant as we were, but that is, you don't really know what goes on at drive-ins. I remember. Side story on this, I remember going to San Francisco with my dad. My uncle was in town visiting. We walked by a shop that had women's underwear in the front window. I didn't think anything of it at the time. I was a kid. And one of the women's underwear, one of the panties on it said "slippery when wet" printed across the front, right? And I remember my uncle just laughing and nudging my dad in the shoulder and pointing at it and thinking that was the greatest thing in the world. I had no clue why that was so funny. I was like, it's the Bon Jovi album. But it doesn't have the Bon Jovi logo on it. I just thought it was underwear for women that like Bon Jovi. I really had no clue. Anyway, the blissful ignorance, going back to the drive-in theaters, right? I didn't know what went on in drive-in theaters. I just thought it was a place you went with your mom and your dad to watch movies in the car. I would learn as I got older and became a young man, that's not what most people did there. So I had many a fun night in the drive-in theater of movies that never really got watched. But Tron, the first game, is very, very popular still to this day. I think if you look up top video games in the arcade in the 80s, Tron's going to be in that top 10 list. And it had, here's what the actual game, the screen looked like. I remember this. It had 4, this would have been filled in with like green down here. So it had like 4 of these different directions you could go, and it would randomly select a mode of play. There was Disctron, where you were breaking through like this data bank. There was this, the light cycles where you raced and had to draw the path of light behind you. There was a tank mode. There's a bunch of stuff. And then it would just progressively get harder as you finished each section. The sections would reload and get harder. You could play it on the internet. It's a great game. What made it really cool was it had the multiple control system. It had like the yaw, like from an airplane. for the joystick, which had 2 buttons on it, like fire buttons and a trigger. And then over here was a dial. And so when you're playing as the guy trying to throw the discs up through the data, you would spin that dial to switch his arm in like an analog way. It didn't have like this fixed digital movement. It had an analog movement to it, which was really cool. And then you can see the actress who played Cora playing it. So that was from the second movie. This was the original movie with Jeff Bridges. It's worth checking out. I mean, yeah, the graphics are really dated. I mean, pretty much all the animation is hand drawn. There's no real special effects, but it's still a good movie if you want to see the origins. Then they made Tron Legacy, which a lot of people didn't like. I liked it, and I was a fan of the old school Tron, so you'd think I would be even more critical of it. So they, this was Disney. They made both of them. In this one, they made Tron a little bit more sexy, as you can tell. It was a good movie. I thought it was decent. It had a decent story, especially if you know about like the inner workings of a computer. Like the disc is more, there's like a lot of things that are more than what they seem. The cycles of light, all that different stuff, and it kind of played into the the story in the games. I thought it was cool, the ISOs. Which is funny that Disney at one point in time was going for sexy, and now they're trying to undo all of that. Well, whatever. I mean, we don't need to get into a discussion about that. There was one more game. I don't even know if it was popular. They had it at the mini golf place. There it is. Disctron. That was cool because there's a guy playing it right there. Yeah, you actually went inside of like this enclosure and through these, it was a disc battle. Yeah, pretty awesome. That's my history with Tron. It was awesome. And, if I knew then what I know now, man, I would have saved all my toys and I wouldn't even open them. This stuff's worth a freaking fortune now. I was looking at I had an original Megatron with the gun, the gun Megatron that looked like a real gun. And I remember my mom telling me, this has nothing to do with Tron, but I remember my mom telling me, you ought to keep some of those in their packages. Yeah, whatever, Mom. Open it up, transform it, play with it for like 5 days and be done with it. And that original Megatron in its box is worth like, I don't know, $3,000 now. I had pretty much all the Transformers, all the G.I. Joe, Battlestar Galactica, Star Wars. I had an original Millennium Falcon. All that stuff just gone. Sadly, when my mom died, she had kept a lot of that stuff, but my man that she had married, I was obviously very distressed and distraught and in a very bad state. And the man that she married didn't seem to think it was worth holding on to for me. So I think all my extremely valuable collectibles from the 80s got sold in a 70s and 80s got sold in a garage sale for probably pennies. Or not pennies, but dollars. So we're playing Tron 2.0. That is the only long-winded intro you're going to get from me on this series. I promise you guys that. I just kind of like to introduce the series. Now, I think this is an 03-04 game. And I did play it, but I played it then, and I only played it once. So this is going to be a really new experience for me. I don't even really remember it. I do remember there was a Tron game we used to play with my friends that used to play Quake and Unreal over the local area network, and it had a mode of play for LAN. It was light cycles, and everyone got a light cycle, and you try to trap each other. We played that a lot. That might be in this game. I don't know. So here we are. I've tried several things. I have one more solution. I also wanted to mention the other place that you would see Tron in the amazing Kingdom Hearts games, and the best Tron level, arguably the best Tron level in any Kingdom Hearts game would have been probably in Dream Drop Distance, which is a game I don't think a lot of people played. So I love that game, man. That game's so good. I'm playing Stellar Blade. It's good. Don't get me wrong, it's good. But it's not nearly as good as I thought it would be from the demo. It's pretty repetitive, and the combat's getting a lot easier than I was hoping it was going to be. I mean, it's getting really easy, actually. I was hoping for more of a Dark Souls, Elden Ring type experience, but I will finish it. It's a good game. I think it's funny that everyone's all pissed off and saying, "Oh, it's ruined," because they made some of her outfits a little less sexy. And I get that's bullshit. I do. I totally get that that's bullshit. Games shouldn't be censored at all. And the whole attacking those games is ridiculous in my opinion, because they don't do that with men characters. But and I'm firmly against it, just for the record, censorship. However, because it's art. However, saying that the game is ruined because of it, well, if you're playing the game just to see digital cleavage and butt, there's other places you can see cleavage and butt that don't cost you $70. I don't know. Anyway, there is a petition going around. It's funny, on my main channel, I just released a video talking about how you need to speak with your wallet because no one cares about petitions and tweets and videos. And I just made that claim, and the video got quite a lot of traction and a lot of response. And it looks like the petition that everyone's signing for Stellar Blade and the Tomb Raider, I guess if you didn't hear, there was in the Tomb Raider remastered, there were like some pinup pictures of Lara Croft. They decided were inappropriate. Whatever, right? I mean, you can watch Baywatch on TV on reruns. Kids can watch it. It's not even rated for a mature audience. It's so weird how they're targeting the female form in video games right now. I just don't understand it. But anyway, the point of that is that I just think it's funny that I put a video out there that said that corporations only hear what you spend. They only hear what you do with your wallet. So if you buy something that's garbage, they don't care because they already got your money. But you know what? I was wrong. I'm glad I was wrong. These petitions and these people speaking out against it, they're making a difference. Good for you guys. I'm glad I was wrong about that. More power to you. In the meantime, I'm not going to worry about such silly things as whether Tifa has an undershirt or not and get outraged over that. I'm going to spend my time enjoying my video games. Think about things like this. Now, okay, the other thing is, when you buy a game, you should own it, right? You should just own it. And any patches that are done to that game should be like in a log list under options, and you should be able to go back to any of those previous patches. I don't think that having to always be connected to the internet and being force patched is right either. Things are just weird right now. Now, hopefully these people that are signing these petitions and doing these videos and speaking out against it are gonna help get things back to some state of normalcy. But we're gonna try this command line function here. Still not gonna work. It is crazy what you have to do to get some of these old games working again. That's a sad thing that such great artwork and video games and all this effort that went into making these games is not being preserved. But thankfully there are people out there working to do that, and I couldn't edit the ini file, I couldn't get it to run windowed, I couldn't do anything from my knowledge on my end through the console. It just would not work. Thankfully, I want to give credit where credit's due here, because if it was not for this person, we would not be able to do this. The person who designed this Tron 2.0 killer app mod manager. I'm not going to play it with mods, obviously, but it still won't run at this high resolution. And that's okay, because I can launch it in windowed screen in windowed mode, and all we're gonna see is, so yeah, if you're trying to play Tron on a new computer with a widescreen high-res monitor, find this Tron 2.0 killer app mod manager. I don't know. I don't think it's like, this isn't like a trainer. It's not hacking the game. We're not going to be cheating. So we'll just go and play it. Here we are. I I might even be able to get into Adobe Premiere and crop out those window borders so you don't even see them. However, you're going to see all my pop-up notifications because it still won't capture in game mode. But we're doing the best we can over here. Oh, see, light cycles. This might be the game that I played with my friends back in the day, where we did light cycle battles. I'm not sure. We're just gonna play it on normal. I learned my lesson about doing, you know, harder modes with Quake and Unreal Tournament.
Please, I've got to get back to my routing. I'm already behind on my deliveries this cycle.
You have privileges I require.
I'm just a simple email script. I
know what you are, and I know what you'll become. Tell me, what is your function?
I serve Thorn, my master user.
Jet, do you think your dad would mind if I had some of his popcorn?
Huh? Oh, sure. Have all you want.
It's the original game.
Yeah?
I'm a little surprised you turned down the level 6 programming position.
Look, Dad, I know you're disappointed.
Damn right I'm disappointed. I pulled a lot of strings to get you that offer.
I'm happy making games. Life is short, Pop. I plan to enjoy it.
You sound like Flynn. Hold on, son. Mathria, run a security diagnostic.
Yes, Alan 1.
Results.
A virus has entered the system via email. Lab drives 1, 2, and 4 infected.
Jet, we'll have to continue this conversation later. This is a restricted area. You just can't come barging in here.
Dad?
Get your hands off me.
Dad, do you hear me? Mathria, where's my father?
Alan 2, I require immediate assistance.
What do you mean?
Contingency protocol activated.
Laser activity in 5 seconds.
Mathria, stop what you're doing!
Put on goggles.
I was gonna get zapped into the computer!
Digitizing bay.
Just like in the movie. I don't remember any of this. This is great. I love this. I'm so stoked. This is so nostalgic for me. I mean, even this game came out like 22 years after the original movie. It still just takes me back to being a kid. So cool. And the iconic music that is in every Tron game and movie. So good. Monolith Productions. I wonder if they're still around. I might kill the webcam on this because I don't think I'm gonna do. I don't think this requires a lot of narration and response. It might be more enjoyable just to watch the game if you've never seen it. I should be clean cut and dressed appropriately, like with, you know, cyberpunk, steampunk. I ain't gonna do it. I could put on Arthur Morgan costume if you want. That was such a good logo reveal. Oh my god. That is a lost art right there. That was good.
Mathria, what did you do?
So you...
Holy shit, that's fast.
Fascinating.
Let's see if we can manually click it down. No, it's still really, really fast. That's the other issue I'm having with these damn games. Is the mouse is just like you just barely move it. It zooms across the screen, and I can't adjust it right now. Oh, you know what? I can enter a custom resolution. You are seeing... Yeah, we're gonna have the black bars on the side, guys. I could put like a Cora over a... Oh, no, that's not too bad. I was gonna say I could put like a little Tron graphic on the edges if it bugs you. But I think it's okay, right? I mean, that's not too bad. Alright, we already watched the intro. We can skip that. Spacebar skips.
So you are a user.
Yeah, this feels good. Oh, look at that. We got full screen, too. I thought we were going to have borders. Nope, we're good. Finally, here we go. Number 1, basic training.
Now that you've been digitized, you can think of me as your tour guide to the world inside the computer. There are a few crucial functions you'll have to learn if you hope to survive the system. I'm sending you a help file. You can view help files at any time by pressing the number 8 key. Study them closely. They typically contain important information.
Back in the old days, first-person shooters, everything was bound to your arrow keys, believe it or not. I mean, how weird was that? You had to shift your keyboard all the way over to the left side of the desk. WASD didn't become popular until, I don't know, 2000, around the time World of Warcraft came out, I think. So a lot of these things are bound over here, which is awkward because it's a weird... Oh yeah, help files. Okay, so action key is F. Alright, that's good.
When a program has something to say, a talk icon will appear above his or her head.
So
the conversation, approach the program and press the action key. Try it.
So the mod manager did a bunch of stuff by default when I was reading it. Updated the resolutions, updated some of the default inputs. So it's not really affecting the way the game looks or plays, but it's kind of making it, you know, relevant for today, which is nice.
6 more subdirectories have been compromised. The corruption managed to slip past our scheduled scans. Obviously an inside job.
And of course, if this was playing on the right monitor for the time period, that heads-up display would be a heck of a lot bigger. At least at the bottom it would be. I know it would. I don't think it would be that small. Alright, what do you have to say, dude? I can't remember this guy's name. He has a name.
Continue your training. Activate the help programs that display the talk icon.
Tell me about player movement.
The basic player movements are forward, backward, strafe left, strafe right, crouch, and jump. The mouse is used to look around. You can also look around corners.
Crouch on C must have been a thing back then. It's horrible. It should be on control. Alright. That's okay. We can get used to that.
Tell me about my status display.
The status display shows your objectives and tasks. Press the Tab key to see an example. Here's a help file with more information.
So, see, now I have to go all the way over to... Oh, I can use the mouse. Never mind. I was going to say I have to go all the way over to the arrow keys. No, but we can use the mouse here. Alright, yeah. Oh, this has the lean feature. I love that. I love when they put that. You don't get that in first-person shooters anymore. All right. Yeah, we already learned that. Okay, so we've done everything in yellow. We have no email. No one wants to talk to us. That's okay. We'll talk to this program. So default run is on. Shift toggles it to a walk.
Tell me about build points. As you gain experience in the digital world, build points will be added to your version number. At every milestone, you can use the build points to upgrade your performance ratings. Press the F1 key to access your performance ratings and distribute your initial set of build points.
Okay, to increase or decrease your performance ratings, click on the arrows, figure 1. We can figure all that out. We don't need instructions on how to level up. Okay, health boost, all right. Energy, yeah. Well, I mean, let's just kind of go for a... I don't think we need to do a health boost. Let's go for kind of a well-rounded build. I mean, do I have to max it out right now? Can I come back to this?
Here's a help file with more information.
Oh, thank you. Okay, who do we talk to next? We go to the door.
Mathria has just requested an IO node link with you.
Access the IO node and retrieve Mathria's message. So, training room. Here we go.
Tell me about IO nodes.
IO nodes are how programs communicate when not in the vicinity of each other. IO nodes, like most objects, require a permission set to activate. The segmented ring surrounding the reticle will indicate what permissions are missing. To activate an object such as this IO node, face the object and press the action key. I believe that's it.
You do not have the proper permission set to activate this object. This way, user.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go, dude? He said this way, goes art, and then he just disappeared. Oh, I can go in here.
This help program to learn about archive bins.
Tell me about archive bins.
Archive bins can contain permissions, emails, help files, and subroutines. Like most objects, they require a permission set to activate. To activate, face the archive bin and press the action key. One useful note: an empty archive bin exhibits no item nodes. That about covers it.
Looks like you don't have the proper permission set to access this archive bin.
Yeah.
Wait, I've got it here somewhere. Here you go. Now that you have the proper permission set, activate the archive bin. To download an item from an archive bin, select the corresponding number on your keyboard. Follow me back to the I.O. node. You now have the correct permission set to receive the message from Mathria. To activate, face the I.O. node.
Connecting to I.O. grid.
Alan 2, you must obtain your disk before proceeding.
What do I need a disc for?
It will be your primary weapon against the corruption.
Node deactivated.
That was so cool when I realized that when I was a kid, that the disc that you're fighting with is actually like a disc, but it's a DISC and a DISK. That's, I don't know why, when I realized that as a kid, it like blew my mind. I guess that would be like the first time I experienced something that was, I guess, you could classify as somewhat meta, I guess.
A disc is tricky. I strongly suggest a quick combat tutorial.
Oh, we got combat down. We don't need a tutorial. Come on, man. Left click. And find a rocket launcher and blow myself up with it. That's all we got to do. All right. Where's my combat guy? There's a combat dude over here, right?
Mathria has prepared a practice arena for you.
There we go.
To the arena is on the other side of this force field. Unfortunately, the binary bit operating this socket is missing.
Of course it is.
Tell me about energy transfer.
Periodically, binary bits lack energy to operate properly. To transfer energy to a bit, face the bit, then press and hold the action key. When the meter displayed in the HUD fills up, the transfer is complete.
I love how they're explaining all this stuff to you, but pretty much the whole game comes down to just go to stuff and press F. Like the training's all the same. Go over there and press F. Anyway, so yeah, I've decided I'm gonna kill the webcam and the narration once we get through the training area. Because I think this is more of a narrative that should speak on its own. And maybe, you know, if someone ever wanted to put together a compilation video, they could pull some video footage from these YouTube videos and do some sort of a video edit with it. You know, and it would be better if my head wasn't in there. I should have paid attention to what I was supposed to be doing. What am I supposed to be doing, dude? I thought they said do combat training. That's what happens when you don't pay attention to shit and you just assume you know everything. I needed something to power something, and I needed to go press F by it. Yeah, useless programs. Socket cannot be activated until missing bit. So we got to find the missing bit. It was right there the whole time.
Tell me about binary bits.
Binary bits are simple on and off switches.
Okay, let me guess, you press F?
Objects such as this binary bit, face the object and press the action key.
Now activate the bit to lower the force field.
Yes.
I love that audio effect. It's like, kind of like Soundwave from Transformers. I've done a lot of audio editing in my life. Some of you know I was a musician for a long time also, and I worked on some music stuff. Even for some games, actually. But I never quite mastered that sound effect. How to get that. That's just such a cool voice modulator. Cool effect. I mean, I'm sure now you can just download an app to do it for you.
To pick up your disc, face it, and press the action key.
Yeah! Right click is block. Left click is throw. Alright, what do we have to do? Continue combat training recommended. Yeah, let's do it.
Good. Now before we get started, use the patch routines to restore your health and energy to full capacity. Activate the health program when ready to start the combat training.
I'm guessing this is the health program. There we go, filling up our energy. The red one must be the health. That makes sense. Alright, let's do this.
Tell me about using the disc.
No!
It's good practice to save your...
F5 is quick save. Alright, we did it.
Illegal program termination.
Oh! Sorry about that, buddy. Man, that's pretty cool for a game that's this old. I mean, they actually allow you to kill the NPCs. Wow, I'm really impressed with that. All right, help file. We already know all this shit. Do I have my? Yeah, I've got my full health. Well, why can't I enter a combat? Is it because I killed this guy?
To throw the disc.
Oops. I'm so impatient.
To throw the disc, click and release the left mouse button. To recall the disc, click the right mouse button. To steer the disc in mid-flight, click and hold the left mouse button. Moving the mouse will influence the path of the disc.
That's awesome.
Use the disc as a melee weapon. Click the left mouse button while holding down the control key. To block an incoming enemy disc, press the right mouse button. Practice using the disc against this combat training program.
Alright, let's do this. Where is he? Take that! Oh, I didn't even get a chance to block. Maybe I shouldn't be playing this on normal.
A core dump containing energy, health, and quite often permissions and subroutines is left behind. If you wish to continue practicing, activate the switch to res in another combat training program. Enter the data stream when finished.
Activate the switch to res. How do I want to try to block. I want a little bit more practice. I killed him too quick. There we go. Wow, look at it bouncing around. That's great. Ooh, yeah, you gotta be careful. Oh, see, I'm trying to do like last second block, like perfect parry. It doesn't matter in this game. Oh man, what a noob. It's weird that you think about the evolution of games, how it's happened, and as a result of games getting more advanced and better and better and better as we perceive or define better, all these old formulas have been lost, which through the course of all these years, it's like, yeah, this is great. This is an improvement. I appreciate this improvement, you know, especially from someone who was there in the beginning. But there are, and I think we're seeing that with the indie developers, there are so many opportunities for these older style of games to be like the foundation, the way they work. Oh, it's awesome to be used in like new graphics and new environments to create a new play style of old and new. And I think people who had never, young kids who've never played these type of games would totally perceive it as brand new. Oh, this is completely new. It's not Fortnite. It's what? I can lean and I can, yeah, but I don't know. I really think that there's been something very lost here. It's not like music, you know, people still listen to Led Zeppelin. People still know they're awesome. These old games just kind of get forgotten. It's sad. Uh-oh, bad guys. I'm sure I'll be happy that I decided to play it on normal. Just because a training bot died really quickly doesn't mean the game's going to be easy. All right, so we have bad programs infiltrating our training area. Task updated. What do we have to do? Follow Byte's instructions. Okay, dude's name is Byte. Well, what do you want me to do, Byte? You hiding somewhere? Do we need to go back to... No, let's check everything first. Oh, here we go. Resolution. We're gonna get this knocked out, this training section knocked out at the beginning of this game, and then we're gonna pick up the next episodes without any of these long intros and probably no webcam. My dog's bugging me. He needs to go out. It's funny when you live out in the country and you have the giant property with fields and pastures and a dog door that your dog can just go in and out and wander around and do whatever he wants, and he still insists on being walked every day because I had him in Southern California in Laguna. We lived right by the beach, and he was so used to being, I don't even want to say the word, WALKED'd every day, twice a day, that now even though we're out here he demands it. It's funny. People who have dogs talk about their dogs a lot. People who don't have dogs don't want to hear it. I didn't read that. 2 build points. Do a quick save.
Something's gone horribly wrong. Rami failed to transmit a data packet to my user. He must have been corrupted.
He was so young. So many cycles left.
Oh yeah. There's like a virus coming into our program. Alright, well I can't double jump.
In the next sector, there is an archive bin that contains a subroutine that will enable you to jump higher. This way, user.
I love that he does that spinning the disc on his fingertip animation just randomly. It's so cool. I mean, yeah, it seems like nothing to you, right? In 2024, but man, 20 years ago, that stuff like that, this was a big deal. I mean, look at this game. This game looks amazing to this day. It's wow. Like if a game came out with these graphics today, no, it doesn't look like, you know, top of the line Stellar Blade, Elden Ring, but for the world of Tron, it's completely appropriate. I would totally buy a game that had these graphics.
Locate the archive bin and retrieve the subroutine stored inside.
We're gonna get our jump high. There's gonna be a lot of bite me jokes that I'm not gonna be able to make if I cut the mic and the webcam. we, you want to give us a hand, buddy? I'm not sure what we're supposed to be doing here. We gotta go find our double jump, or our high jump subroutine.
Greetings, program. My name is Rami. Please free me. I have an important packet to deliver.
Okay.
Thanks, program.
He's off to do his thing. Transferring energy.
Subroutines augment a program's base abilities when loaded into system memory. To load a subroutine, press the F1 key to bring up the menu and right-click on the subroutine in the outer ring. With the YAMP loaded, your jump height is greater.
So it would, this would have to go here, which means I need to get rid of this block. But it's not defragging. It's not defragging. Oh. Do I have to just sit here and wait? Shit. That would be weird if you just have to wait. Well, it said press F1, so maybe I have to walk around. Let's try now. Yeah, 17% complete, okay. That's weird. That's kind of a weird system. But I mean, we are inside a program, we need time for it to work, right? That makes sense. It takes time to defragment a old school hard drive. What are those, HDDs? Okay. That menu system's crazy though. You have to have your mouse on just the right place and then you have to push tab and then... Weird. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Okay. F1. And then, the games didn't used to hold your hand at all. They didn't. Like, that was the one thing I didn't like about Stellar Blade is Adam floating around telling you where to go before you even have a chance to figure it out for yourself. Like, I'd rather you not be here telling me, like, guiding me through the whole game. Okay, so yeah, now we have 3 spots. Now we should be able to install it, right? Oh, there. Okay. I don't quite understand that installation ring thing, but you know what? It's okay. Let's start clearing some of these out. I mean, we might as well. I think we do one at a time, right? Yeah. Wait. We have the high jump? I don't feel like I'm jumping higher, am I? Oh yeah, okay. Just made it. Block successfully repaired. Let's get that, let's just work on getting these things. Let's just defrag the shit out of this computer, this hard drive, this disk. Oh, I don't have the permission. Okay, I'm like, I'm pushing the right button. No, I am. It's F. F for everything.
Kernel system scans indicate partitions 5 through 32 are infected. Block all write access privileges and send in more intrusion countermeasure programs. Yes, sir. Have you isolated the source? Not yet, sir. However, we've picked up the signature of an unauthorized program in the sector. Quarantine and bring the program to me immediately.
So what are you exactly? A bit?
A bit? Ha! I'm a byte. Mithria wouldn't send a simple bit to do a byte's job. Let me tell you, mister. Shh.
Okay, so I feel like we got a good understanding of how to do this. Look, we got another block clear. Let's just keep defragmenting stuff and keep our disk nice and optimized. And I think this is a good place to quit because I got through the long introduction I wanted to get through. I introduced you all to the world of Tron, which again, I'm guessing if you're on this channel, you don't need any of that information. I just like sharing it and putting it out there in case, you know, like, I don't know, someone comes across the channel and is like, what are you talking about? But, and that's kind of the whole point of this channel too. I wanted to do some storytelling and just reminisce about the old days, but that's not going to be good in every video. Obviously, I've only got so much to say and I'm only so interesting, and maybe I'm only interesting to myself. So, I think, yeah, from here on out, maybe no webcam. Then I don't have to worry about what I look like. And no webcam, and I haven't had enough coffee yet. And maybe very little, if not no narration. And maybe I'll just kind of depend on the feedback of the people watching this to tell me, you know, which way to go with that. I think that would be the best thing to do. But yeah, so next video will be, we're actually going to start playing the game. I'm going to do a quick save. Actually, I should do a manual save too, right? We don't have one of those yet. I can't imagine I'm going to do 100 saves, but have it. Yeah, and we're going to go from here. So I won't see you in the next video because the webcam won't be there. I may turn the headset mic on because this big boom mic picks up a lot more. And then if I have something that I want to say, I'll say it, but otherwise it'll just be gameplay, just for the sake of gameplay, you know? Maybe you can't play the game, maybe you don't want to play the game, maybe you want to watch the game be played, and you know, maybe someone wants to use it to make a video. I don't know. I'm gonna do it anyway. That's what everyone voted for. Let me know about the webcam and the narration too. You're not gonna hurt my feelings if you tell me to shut the fuck up. Seriously. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you all for spending your time with me. I know it's been a really long video. I'm going to chop a lot of it out so we can get here quicker, because right now it's at 1 hour and 6 minutes. And I will see you guys later. Take care.